Hello friends, welcome to all of you in lecture number 4, and this is the last lecture on chemical calculations. In previous few lectures we have seen the expressions of concentration in terms of chemical units. We also seen some numericals based upon molarity, normality, mole fraction, ppb and ppm. Today we will see in this lecture interconversion between different concentration units and percent composition of elements. Interconversion between different concentration units. Molarity, normality and formality are useful for volumetric analysis where the amount of solute in a given volume of solution is related to the measured to the volume of a solution. Okay, so this is simply these three are related to the volume of a solute. Okay, while molality and mole fractions are useful for experiments in which physical measurements are made over a range of temperatures. Okay, both these concentration units are determined by the masses of the solution components. Molarity, normality and formality are the temperature dependent because these three are volume based units. Okay, while molality and mole fraction are temperature independent. Interconversion of units based upon volume. Molarity, normality and formality are volume based units related to molecular weight, equivalent weight and formula weight respectively. Molarity and normality are related by the relation molarity equal to n into normality, while molecular weight equal to n into equivalent weight. Now in this both relations, n may be any integer, okay, and they are depend and it is depend upon basicity or acidity of the solute. In many cases formality may be equal to the molarity. Now let's see interconversion of units based upon weight. Mole fraction and molality are weight based units and they are related each other by the relation x2 equal to m upon m plus 1000 divided by the m1, where x2 is a mole fraction of solute while small m is a molality and small capital M1 is the uh, capital M1 is the molecular weight of the solvent. So in this way the mole fraction and molality are related to each other by this formula. Now let's see some other interconversion of the units. Molarity and mole fraction. The mole fraction is given by 1000 dx2 divided by m1 x1 plus m2 x2. Now here capital M is nothing but the molarity, d is the density of the solution, x2 is a mole fraction of the solute, m1 is a molecular weight of a solvent, x1 is a mole fraction of the solvent, m2 is a molecular weight of the solvent. Okay, now next molarity and molality. Between these two the relation is given by m equal to 1000 into m divided by 1000 d minus m into m2. Okay, where here the small m is nothing but the molality. Okay, small m is nothing but the molality, capital M is the molarity, okay, and d is the density, okay, and m2 is nothing but the molecular weight of the solvent. Now the last one is the relation between or interconversion of the units in between the molality and percent weight by weight. Now these two are interconverted by the relation small m equal to 1000 into percent weight by weight divided by 100 minus percent weight by weight into m2. Now here also the m2 is nothing but the molecular weight of the solvent and small m is the molality and percent weight by weight is a percent weight. Okay, so these are the some other interconversion of the units. Now the next one is a percent composition of elements in chemical compounds. Now this is nothing but the percent composition is the term used to describe the percent of a element by mass in a compound. Okay, so this is a percent composition. Now to calculate this or to find out this percent composition of element, some steps are there. Okay, and they are as follows. Total 4 steps are there to find out the percent composition of a element in a given chemical compound or any solute. The first one is the first step is to find out the atomic mass of each element. Okay, so in any given chemical compound we have to find out first of all the atomic mass of each element. Then we have to calculate or find out the total mass of each element in a given compound. Okay, then the total mass of a compound. So these are the first three steps. Okay, and finally we have to divide the total mass of each element by total mass of compound, then multiply by 100 to get percent composition. So by this following these four steps we can find out the percent composition of any element or any group in a given chemical compound. Okay, let's try to understand by using one numerical problem. Now this is a problem number or numerical number 10. Okay, in a chemical composition, the problem is calculate the mass percent composition of each element in potassium ferrocyanide, which is given by the formula K4FeCN 6 times. Okay, so this is the formula and we have to calculate the mass percent composition of each element. Okay, now in this compound, okay, there are 4 different elements are there: potassium, iron, carbon and nitrogen. So for these elements we have to calculate the mass percent. Okay, and mass percent composition, right? So first of all we have to calculate the atomic masses. Okay, the first step to find out the mass percent composition is to find out the atomic mass. So we know the K equal to 39, that is atomic mass of potassium. Then iron 55.85, carbon it is a 12. Okay, and while nitrogen is a 14. Okay, so this is the first step for calculating the mass percent composition. Now the second step in this is the total mass of the element. So for this we have to calculate the corresponding mass into number of elements of particular element. Okay, so for example, if you calculate the total mass of the potassium, so there are 4 elements. There are 4 element are there. There are 4 potassium elements are there for the. Okay, so we have to multiply 4 into 39. Okay, by 39, so we will get 156. That is the total. 156 is the mass of the potassium. Okay, in that compound. Then next one is iron. Now Fe is here we have only one element, so it is simply no need to calculate with any other number. Okay, so we get a 55.85, right? Then carbon. Now for this carbon in the given compound, okay, so there are 6 carbon elements are there or 6 carbon atoms are there. Okay, so we have to multiply that 6 carbon atoms into 12, because of it is a mass of carbon is 12. Okay, so we will get it 72. In the similar way we have to calculate the mass of the element, that is nitrogen. Okay, and it becomes 84 because 14 into 6. So these are the total mass of each element. Now the third step is to find out the total mass of the given compound, that is potassium ferrocyanide. So for that we have to add all these calculated mass of each element. Okay, so that we will get the total mass of the compound. So that becomes 3000 that becomes 367.85. so that is a total mass of that potassium ferrocyanide. Now this is the third step. Now in the last step we have to calculate the mass percent, okay, for of each element. So for that we have to calculate, or we have to divide the total mass of element by total mass of the compound into 100. Okay, so this is a formula. So K equal to 150 upon 367.85 into 100. Okay, that becomes a 42.41, or you can say 42.408%. In similar fashion we can calculate for iron also. So that will become 15.18. For carbon it will become 19.57, and finally for nitrogen that is 84. It is a molecular total mass of the element of that nitrogen, okay, divided by the total mass of the compound, that is 367.85 into 100, that becomes 22.83%. Okay, so these percentages are nothing but the individual element composition in percentage, okay, by mass. So if you add all this percentage, it will becomes 100 or nearly 100. Okay, so in this way we can calculate the mass percent composition of different elements in a given compound. So in this way you can calculate any other group of mass percentage, percentage of any group of elements in a given compound. So this is a numerical based upon mass percent composition. Okay, so this is the end of this numericals and also the chemical composition chapter. I hope you understand all the lectures. If you have any doubt or any query, please give your comments in the comment section. Thank you for watching and see you very soon.